G'day, I'm Emil. I'd just like to share my application with you. It's something that I've been busy with now for a little bit. The core application is like a bootstrapping application. It deals with all of my encryption and things like that. At the moment I'm still I've developed that part. Okay, there's still some things I'd like to spruce up about it, but what it does is it handles important things like encryption, my controller method calls and things like that. Okay, the purpose of this is it is a base system, okay, that will let me actually create management information systems on top of it. You know, you've got your normal profile things, you can edit it. You also have, like, what I'll be doing is you can have the same application subscribe to an organization level for your business, company, organization. Okay, you can also subscribe to the same application on a personal level. Okay, so what you do here on personal applications, your organization will never see. You will have to have your own subscription for that. Okay, there is an organization subscription that I will be handling, and what it will do is everyone in your organization, if you give them access to use the application, okay, then you can do so. Okay, if an individual who is using a system would like to have it as a personal application, well, you know, they will be able to subscribe to the app over here. And there's just a lot to show you, but you know, the important stuff is, as part of the system, I've created an organizational hierarchy. Okay, please just excuse this. I'm going to be providing an organogram. You know, it's something I still need to develop, which is coming. Okay, this will allow you to create a top level organization structure, okay, which will be separate from the other organizations. Okay, you can choose organization type. Then this will allow you to create like a sub level. Okay, like one of these, it's sub. So it will be under like your parent organization, or it will be a branch of a company, or so forth. Okay, and then you can go in, you can edit it. You know, of course you can have this, and that will refresh and things like that. Okay, that part I still need to complete. You have your organization details. No parent organization. It is a parent organization. It's a holding company, and you can edit it. Your organization particulars, like your logo. Okay, your website, okay, then you can subscribe to organization applications. Okay, hierarchy is standard. It actually does. I still need to do a little bit of updating for small things. For your organization, you can create a custom type. Okay, so there are system types that you can disable if you want to. You know, so that you don't see it in the drop down list every time for these two sections. And yeah, well, that's your organization type. The next important thing is your roles. Okay, I will be changing this so that it will scroll up flush with this when you change these, or when you update it. Okay, that still needs to happen. I want to have like a nice smooth thing like I do over here, okay, so that it closes the other drop downs. Okay, here you can create your own organization role. It looks like this: administrator, manager, personnel, staff, etc., like that. The privileges, okay. If you don't want people to create new things, you can say no. You can say view, edit, create and delete. You don't want that, and it will build you something like this, okay, like a user can only view certain by default, okay. System administrator, that is a person creating all of this, so obviously they will have access to everything, and that is the one role that you cannot disable. Okay, furthermore, you have organization users. So this works in two ways. A user is a person who will be able to use the system. You can toggle a personnel will be on the system but will not be able to use the system. They will show in all the applications used by your organization, which is great if you want to manage your staff but not give them access. When you create a user, if they are not personally on the system, okay, or not in another organization, when you create them over here, okay, they will be sent an invite link through the system, okay, under notifications, and the email is a personal identifier. So if you get the email right, then they'll get the link. If the email is not recorded in the system, what will happen, you'll actually create a new user like I did over here, whether they're on the system already, okay, or not on the system. As soon as you create them, you can also choose their role and things like that. They will be sent an invite in the email that will look similar to this, okay, confirmation link, no, I am as I play around with this, it sends out millions of links, okay. In all the order, please accept the invitation. I'm still going to touch this up, but it looks something like that, okay. And of course, like some pagination if you have a lot of users in your company, okay. Organization application roles. So how this works is, for this application, right, it gives me access. Now for anyone on the system, I can restrict access, okay. So to do that, okay, let's just edit the journal application. Okay, so here you'll see my admin dashboard, modulator dashboard, sub menus. Okay, and then these are obviously like going to be the privileges, okay, that I want to assign. Okay, I can assign it through your organization role, or I can assign it to a user, okay. I can include or exclude the user. So if the user is not in a role covered by here, okay, I can intentionally give them access to that, okay, and also I can exclude them, okay. This area I'm still working out a kink, well, like I haven't finished developing it properly, the back end, okay, and you can do that for each section, okay. So if I want to add a user here, I can add him, Okay, when I include someone who's just a user who has view access, right, for the modulator dashboard, they won't be able to do anything on there. They'll just have view access. Okay, that's more or less where I'm sitting at the moment. Still have a lot of work to do. Okay, and yeah, this is all for a purpose, and I'm going to share that purpose to you soon. There's also an automatic timeout. There's a lot of security in this, okay, where I use public key encryption to the server and from the server. Okay, and let's just go to the website. Okay, there's when I publish this, okay, then I will, okay, then I will actually be updating it. Okay, so as you can see, I use base64 for my parameter names. Okay, it is hashed, it's securely hashed. I also use secret key encryption for my parameters. That makes it nice secure. Okay, like, let us take this for an example, settings. Okay, now if okay, if I inspect this, okay, cool, here is my link. As you can see, my parameters are securely encrypted with a secret key encryption, and this is hexadecimal encoding. What I do with the backend, okay, is my public key encryption comes through as base64 encoded, but it is encrypted. Okay, I do not confuse base64 encoding with encryption. I've seen some people who do that. It's a little bit unnerving, but yeah, everyone to their own. Cool, so this whole startup, okay, it is for a very specific purpose, of a very social, economic heart, where this is my dream, this is what I want to do, this is my life's purpose, if you will, and I'm sharing it all to you, whoever you are. Okay, this is who I am. I am open to investment. Okay, run out of funding at the moment. Okay, and well, you know, I've gotten as far as I can, but you know, okay, as you can see, this website's not permanent. I just needed the website up, that's why it does this, and it's a WordPress website. Okay, so I'm hoping that this going live it might interest someone in what I want to do. Okay, I'm definitely open to investors who have strong social economic responsibility. The purpose of the startup that I want to do is not to drive around in a Porsche. I'm very comfortable with the Volkswagen and a little house, okay, but the purpose of this is there's a lot of people who don't get fair chances in life, and this, you know, this is about them. Oh, cool thing I did do is database security. Okay, when I store my information in the database, I do not encrypt it in the database server. Okay, I encrypt it on the application layer, and I store it encrypted. Okay, at the moment, like, the system's not doing that yet. Okay, because I'm developing it. My parameters, my HTTP traffic is all encrypted, but my database is not encrypted. It just makes it a little bit easier to work with, but that is going to change. I take security very seriously. Okay, I also do probabilistic indexing. Sorry, it's late at night, and I just want to get this out. I also don't have a fancy recording setup. Okay, this is just something that it's on a little laptop. Typical programmer. Okay, a whole 4 cores. Okay, so yeah, I take security seriously. Even on my server. Okay, this whole system runs off a different server to this. Okay, and for that I've buttoned it down. And yeah, I also do have this that I'm playing around with. This is part of my CV. Okay, this is not part of my CV, but it sort of like shows you what I can do, and this is just the start of what I'm developing. But this is just a log parser app. Okay, and I'm still developing it, adding functionality, so please give it a look. This is just a once-off recording, and I hope it's good. Okay, thank you very much for sitting through this video, and I do hope I have inspired you to hopefully take an interest in a motto I live by, and that is I want to leave the world better off than when I found it. Okay, bless you. Thank you very much.